Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well. I am Ryan. I make things in The Sims, and this is a really cool build. This is a build that really kind of got me like back into the swing of making builds in the sim. It has really like reinvigorated me, inspired me to like keep going and keep building stuff. I was, just lacking inspiration. I feel like this one really came along and was like boom, it was awesome. I had a lot of fun with it. I did a live stream of it. I did a few live streams. It took a long time to make. So if you want to see like the full process, you can check out my live streams of that. It is what I ended up calling a cyberpunk dojo. It's like this like ancient temple with like this like Japanese influence, but then it's got a lot of like high-tech machinery and has a little bit of a sci-fi vibe as well, like a futuristic sci-fi vibe. It's kind of hard to explain what it is, so let's just hop right in and I'll show you the build. Here we go. Okay, so here is the build in all its glory, the Cyberpunk Dojo. Here's a beautiful look at the front. We'll do a little pan around here. So first off, we have this bridge here, and we have this beautiful stone archway here, and one detail I really enjoyed are these flowers. This is actually like a separate object, and I was able to like make it look like it like wraps around the columns. So I thought that was a really cool detail. And we really went for like a bluish, purple, lavender kind of color theme to the plants. So you'll see like this very cool tentacle tree here, this plant here, and we got some like blue mushrooms up there at the top. So that's like a good like secondary color in this color scheme of this build. The bridge is really fun. There's a lot of like cool plants over here. We've got these awesome hot springs on either side. They have little water fountains and like there's some steam coming out. I put lots of little details into this build, just everywhere in this build. There's like a ton of mushrooms, so you'll see mushrooms like everywhere throughout the build. And then just like little random things, like there's some tomes here. We got a little blueprint, we have a quill, we got this like a fishing rod that's like sitting there. These cool geodes. And some of the same stuff on this side as well. This little dude over there. He's so cute. Oh, and this like rainbow fish. Like how cool is that? Oh, and then a really cool detail that I ended up doing is this like thing right here is actually an object, but then there's like three little floating like rocks that I put on top of it. And yeah, so you would like, drive your car in through here and enter the I guess like the courtyard. You'll notice there's lots of technology scattered throughout this build. And first look you might not think it, but if you kind of look closer, there's a lot of like high-tech stuff in it. We got this like stone lantern that's floating inside this magical orb. It looks like a piece of like alien technology that it's like being encapsulated in. We got these little screens here. We got some droids at the front. And then we have some floating lanterns as well. It's also a very lush theme with this build. Lots of green, trees, bushes, and stuff like that. So you'll see those around there. And then we've got this cool vending machine area. And then going back to the little hot spring over here, I really liked this feature right here. It's like this like window that like is right there, and you can like look out into the hot springs, but you can also like see inside the build, which is really cool. And then another thing to note as well, I kind of figured with this build that the building is kind of half and half. You'll see the lots like split in half. So this is kind of like an old ancient temple that was kind of like in ruins, and then this is kind of like a newer modern addition to kind of complete the build and make it whole. So I kind of think of it as like two different sides. We've got a really cool staircase leading up to this archway. We've got some beautiful glass pyramid shapes going on over here. And then with this area over here, I kind of figured that this was like something that maybe the people like just kind of left there. And maybe it appeared like, after the temple was there, but before the addition was added on. So this is kind of just like a rundown like little area where there might have been woods before. We have the rooftop as well, where we've got lots of mushrooms, an umbrella, this like floating thing, I don't even know what to call that. It's right there. We got a little corner here where this lady is floating. I love to make things float. That's like my favorite thing to do in Sims build. And this is probably like my favorite part of the build, is the rooftop Zen garden. So once you like walk in like through this like archway in the front over here, you can come up through this ladder, or you can come in from the other side as well. And there's this stone pathway that leads it to this shrine over here, which we'll get to in a second. But looking over here, this is like a little like I guess like Zen's like sandbox type of thing going on. So yeah, there is lots of little details in there, and I put this like bowl so it would like capture the water of the fish. Over here we have a little shrine going on, and I figured people could come over here and like worship like some sort of like pineapple god. That was my random idea. So yeah, there is that. And then another fun little detail, if you might not have noticed, is this statue is actually holding a basketball. The real statue actually has just like a stone ball, but I like put this basketball over it. I thought that was like a fun little detail. It looks like she's like balling. Oh, and then there's like this little like dude like sitting here on this arch as well, a little stone dude, very mossy. So yeah, that is basically the whole outside of the build. So let's take a look on the inside of the build. Okay, so this is the inside of the build. It's kind of just like an empty like temple type thing where it has some like random technology like sitting around. We got this cool library over here with some ancient gems and ancient scrolls of knowledge dating back to the origins of the pineapple gods. We have this secret bookshelf over here, and there's all the fun little objects that I was like wanting to put in the build, but I couldn't find like a home for, so I just like made a little ode to them in here. And just some technology here, some plants, some statues, and it's just pretty if you look at it this way. And then going upstairs, we have another like kind of like empty type hallway room that leads to the Zen garden. And then there is this vault of gold that has no way to get into it. If you want the gold, you just gotta like break down the walls. So I'm kind of thinking that the people of this town have no idea that there is this vault there. So one day someone will find it. I really enjoyed making it. I thought it was super fun. So I will leave you with some cinematic footage of the build. All right, enjoy.